John was a simple man. He worked hard and provided for his family. Life was harsh. His boss, a cruel man named Thomas, made it harsher. John toiled long hours, performing back-breaking work for meager pay. Thomas was ruthless, demanding obedience and exploiting his workers. John bore it all for his family, for his young son David. He hoped for a better future, a future free from toil and tyranny. One day, Thomas went too far. He humiliated John in front of everyone. John snapped. Years of pent-up rage exploded. A fight broke out, brutal and short. Thomas, stronger and crueler, gained the upper hand. John fell, life draining from his eyes. His last thought was of David, his son, his legacy. David grew up fatherless. His mother told him stories of his father and stories of his father's death. Hatred blossomed in David's heart. He vowed revenge. He would make Thomas pay. He would avenge his father. Years passed. David grew strong. He honed his anger and prepared for the day of reckoning. David confronted Thomas. He accused him of murder and demanded justice. Thomas, old but still powerful, laughed. They fought. David, fueled by rage, fought like a demon. But it wasn't enough. Thomas's son William intervened. William was his father's son, cruel and merciless. He struck David down. David breathed his last, consumed by vengeance, just like his father. Section 5. A Legacy of Blood. Years turned into decades. The story repeated. David's son Samuel grew up consumed by the same hatred. He had heard the stories, witnessed the pain. He swore revenge. He would break the cycle. He sought out William's son, Edward. They clashed, a mirror image of their fathers, fueled by the same rage. Section 6. Echoes of the Fallen. The cycle continued, generation after generation, locked in a deadly embrace, consumed by the past. Each son driven by the same thirst for vengeance. Each father meeting the same tragic end. The families decimated. Their lives a testament to the destructive power of hate. A never-ending cycle of violence, a legacy of blood. Section 7. The cycle continues. The names changed. The faces aged. But the story remained the same, a relentless echo of the first betrayal. Each generation believed they were different, that they could break the cycle. They were all wrong. The cycle consumed them all, leaving behind only whispers of sorrow, and a chilling reminder of the cost of vengeance. Section 8. A final desperate act. Generations later, only two descendants remained. John, named after his ancestor, and Thomas, bearing the name of his family's nemesis. They met on the same ground their forefathers had fought on, the air thick with the weight of their shared history. Both knew the story. Both carried the burden of their lineage. This time, something felt different. A glimmer of hope. Section 9. The Price of Vengeance. John looked into Thomas's eyes. He saw his pain, his anger. But he also saw something else. Fear. John lowered his weapon. "It ends here," he whispered, his voice heavy with the weight of generations. Thomas, overwhelmed with emotion, followed suit. The cycle was broken, but the cost had been immeasurable.